What's up everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to another video. Today we will be playing Blood Rain 2. So watch the cutscene and I will do a voiceover. I'm sorry I have to do this. I really wanted you to watch the cutscene. It's an interesting cutscene because this game is upscaled to 4K on the Series X because it's the remastered version. It's Blood Rain 2 revamped. The cutscenes, they have whenever you have an AI upscaling done over a video, you see some blurriness that if you're familiar with AI upscaled videos that are available on the internet of very old 480p to 360p native videos that are upscaled with AI, yeah, it looks like that. So it's pretty clear it's the cutscenes have been impacted, but the game does, when it's in the engine, it does render in 4K, which looks good. That being said, I think I wanted to discuss something very important, which is regarding the future of Xbox. So we have a lot of rumors and leaks regarding the Xbox, whether they are planning to go third party or not, and it looks like yes they are. For the most part, Xbox is, you take a loss on the consoles, and the only way to recover the loss on the consoles is through sales of software. The hardware itself doesn't actually earn a lot of money. Now, in this case, Xbox decided to go with the Game Pass. I think they put the Game Pass on PC. This has hurt the console sales. Now personally, I will tell you, like, even I play a lot of the games on PC. Those are the Xbox first party games. I played Starfield on the PC and a lot of games because gaming on PC is just superior. If I have the option to just play by not buying the hardware, I just play on my PC the Xbox games. Yes, they will get my money. I will buy it. I have subscribed to the Game Pass. They will get my money, but the hardware console sales will not happen because of it. And this is true. If you go to Reddit, discuss with the gamers, they always say PS5 plus PC is the best combination, as it allows you to play all of the games day one. Xbox is putting their games day one on the PC, and PlayStation, well, technically you should only have a PC if you are interested in just playing games, because eventually PlayStation games do come to the PC, but it takes a lot of time, 2 or 3 years wait, and even then some of the special titles of the older PS4, PS3 generations, they just don't work well or are not ported. Last of Us remastered port, Last of Us 1 port was garbage. So do you want to play that over on the PC? And by the way, Xbox ports their games properly. I would say Xbox games ports that I've played are pretty good on the PC. I don't know if they have developers for Windows helping them. It's just I've played a lot of games, I'm not gonna lie, and it does look like their ports on an average are better. Now, if the console itself is not selling, why will they actually take a loss on the console sales? Why will they keep selling you the hardware for a cheaper price if nobody is actually buying the hardware itself? People are just playing Starfield on their consoles, on PC. Like I did. I played Starfield on the PC. I do have an Xbox. Okay, I should let you know. I do have an Xbox Series X, but I played it on the PC because it ran better there. I got the better performance over there. So I don't know, man. It should not happen. Sony should not get a monopoly in the gaming space, especially when it comes to locking down people to an ecosystem, because if there's only one ecosystem, most people would probably not have the option to go to another ecosystem. So Sony will get lazy. Sony will increase the price of software. They will not increase the price of hardware. You just don't do that because there's still the PC, right? PC games are coming to PC. Every single game from the Xbox studios is coming to the PC. Third-party games are coming to the PC. The sales will not happen of the game of the hardware if they increase it, but they will increase the price of games to 70, 90, or maybe even $100. We saw Suicide Squad selling for $100, and that game, seriously, it's not worth it. And in those times, I do think Xbox Game Pass has hurt the game sales. But looking at Suicide Squad's performance, I think that game can only be saved through Game Pass. There is really no other option. I don't think people will buy that game, especially not at a $100 price tag. So I don't know. Just thinking a lot of things that are happening related to gaming. I don't know. I mean, if you don't like PlayStation, if you don't like playing the games on PlayStation, what does it mean for you if you are a console only gamer? So that's why I play on the PC. This is the reason, because I can choose any controller I want. If I feel the keyboard is superior, mouse is superior, which most of the time it is, mouse and keyboard is superior for platforming. And specifically, I have seen with shooters, there's no, and even with racing games, I've tested this in Forza and a lot of arcade racing games, keyboard is just much better. You guys will disagree with me, and you are wrong. Trust me, I've played thousands of games, okay, even in the just last 3 years, and a lot of them are racing games. And you just get more options on the controller, on the PC, because you have the controller and the keyboard and everything. So I don't know. I mean, it's weird seeing Halo on PlayStation 5. It will be very weird seeing Halo on the PlayStation 5. It's better to just get rid of Game Pass if that's the thing. Even I sometimes I don't buy everything. Okay, I bought the game we are playing right now, Blood Rain, because I like this. I like the games. I buy them if I like. If sometimes, even if the game is exclusive to Game Pass or Xbox, and like the day one exclusive, like for example, Scorn and The Medium, they were timed exclusive with Game Pass. I bought them. I buy those games because I liked them. They were decent games, and I played through all of them. Completed, got all the achievements too. But if this keeps up, then who would want to build a library in Xbox? You tell me. If they are going to run out of the hardware sphere, probably we don't know if they will shut down their stores too, because they will be completely selling the softwares, like all of their games. Like I played Diablo 4, which is currently coming from Microsoft's first party studios, and it's a big hit title. It sells a lot. Okay, and it's a decent game. It's a very fine game, I would say. Whether it's GOTY material, no, probably not. I don't think it's a A+ material by a long shot, but at least it works fine. It's far better than Starfield, for example, which was also pushed by a pretty big studio like Bethesda. So ABK is doing better than Bethesda? Yes. Sales wise, yes, they are doing better, and that's probably has led into this problem that Microsoft is facing, whether they make the exclusives and gamble people buying Xbox all over the world, or maybe just sell the software. PlayStation already has a huge install base. They sell the consoles all over the world. Whether we should probably just make the money through the software, which is probably the smart thing to do, considering from the business perspective. I actually think it's the smart move. The executives who are pushing this, they know the game. Okay, they know how to run the company. They really do know. Otherwise, Microsoft will not be valued at $3 trillion company. And this is the downside to Xbox. I think Xbox is currently owned by Microsoft, right? Microsoft. And in these companies, the tech companies, they just want to maximize their business. I'm telling you, if tomorrow if Dirt gets popular, they would actually package the Dirt and sell it to you. They would actually do it. Now, obviously, I speak figuratively, but you get the point. They're not in the business of creating a legacy. They're not like Nintendo. I don't think Microsoft cares a lot about the Xbox, especially considering they were afraid that the PlayStation 2 and with their home console type of situation will defeat Windows. I mean, if you have watched the documentary Power on the Xbox documentary, it's on the YouTube channel. That's one of the reasons why they got into the gaming business. So, considering that, and I do know the history with these tech companies, I'm telling you, they don't want to create a legacy. And say what you want. I will say this. Even Sony is not interested in this. They have also become a big, greedy corporation. For the most part, I do think that at least they care about the console. They care about the hardware. Sony is a hardware company. They make a lot of stuff. I actually have Sony's headphones, and I like them. And they make other hardware too. It's not just the PlayStation. They have the TVs and everything. So they are going to be in the console business, trust me. Even if they do not have software, if somehow their exclusives start to suck and they have to sell all of their IPs, they will still be in the hardware business. You cannot say the same about Microsoft. They've abandoned quite a bit of hardware, and Xbox would just be another hardware that they abandon, and they continue to sell the software. They have the Windows, which is doing well. And ABK Studios now, which are also always going to sell. They have the biggest IP. They have Diablo, Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I know it's very popular. It's one of the biggest IPs, I would say. So the executives at Microsoft, they will probably be thinking at this moment whether they should exit the console business now, rip the band-aid off early, and allow the software to flourish on the best-selling hardware, which is PS5. Maybe it doesn't sell as much as a PC now because PC gaming has become popular, and we still do not know how well this move will play out, because if Starfield is published on the PlayStation Store and it doesn't sell well, because keep in mind, Starfield is not exactly a GOTY material or a A+ game, and it did actually increase the subscribers of Game Pass, but it did not boost the hardware sales, not in the long run. Of course, in Europe, I know in Europe people picked up, it boosted the hardware sales, but not overall. Xbox is always more popular in North America for some reason. I don't know what this will do, because if they release Starfield on PlayStation 5 and it doesn't, it fails even there, then what they will do. So it's better to just, in my opinion, keep a legacy, keep this as an exclusive, have something tied to your console, to your brand, keep the brand value, which in my opinion should be more important, especially considering that Xbox is going through a PR nightmare right now. And lastly, I will say this, that there is no real direct competitor to Sony. There isn't. And if Xbox shuts down, there will be no competitor. And in this case, it's too late for someone, especially a tech company. Let's assume we are talking about tech companies. I don't really think Nintendo is a tech company. That's why it's surviving. It does make the hardware, but it's primarily a game console company. It sells game consoles. And obviously their gaming lineup, all of they have pretty strong IPs, but I don't think Apple will enter the fray, if you know what I mean. Or who can enter the gaming console space right at this moment and say, hey, we are going to be making a hardware and these are all the list of IPs that we will be selling. Who has that much influence, IPs? And obviously it's supposed to be a long game. If you when the Xbox was released, it did not sell well. The Xbox 360 sold really well. So Xbox 360, and on the Xbox they must have taken the loss, and Xbox 360 was very popular in North America and the UK. I would call it a pretty large market. It's selling more in North America and Europe, especially the UK, which is the biggest market in Europe. So here's what I think that could possibly happen, which would be good. if let's say Microsoft completely exits the console business, I think Nintendo could possibly try to take over, take advantage of Xbox losing the console wars, quote unquote, and then push out a AAA box that could play Ubisoft games, and it would also play Microsoft games. Obviously, they probably have a lot of AAA titles, Diablo, Call of Duty, so these will run on Nintendo's next hardware, possibly. I know Switch 2 is coming out, so it's probably not that. We must be looking at something else entirely, a different Nintendo console. We don't know what it will be named, but I think it will be a good idea. At least we will not have a monopoly by Sony, and I'm also sure Nintendo will do it better. Nintendo, in my opinion, will do it better because at this moment, with the Switch selling even more than PS5 and Xbox Series X, and it's going to become the highest selling console of all time. So might as well let them do it. Let them enter the AAA space and start competing with Sony. But that's it, guys. I really do not have any more thoughts, but I hope this announcement that will be made next week by Phil is just rip the band-aid off. Let's get it over with.